Hello, welcome to Ashley and Lancelot Show. This is going to be their second video that we made. This portion is going to be about gaming, and some of them, and I'll do some video game review, and also some games that we have not been played yet. We're going to put this in three sections, I would say, because we have all the consoles so far. We have over the years, and also I'm majority a PC gamer. Yes, PC gamer master race. But I also like playing consoles as well because sometimes my wife likes to kick me out of my computer so she can do her projects and other things as well. But I've been raised with console game. My first console was a SNES, Super Nintendo, and it was a very good system growing up. I'm trying to rebuy all the retro games, but they're ridiculously overpriced. My mother hadn't thrown it out, I would have made a lot of money from it, but she threw it out that my uncle gave me. And from there, I played every single console up towards it. Did not really own a PS2 or a Nintendo Entertainment System. But other than that, we have pretty much everything. I was saying now, since I went to tour, and most of our console we have are Japanese instead of the original Nintendo. We got the Famicom and Super Famicom, and I have this original Nintendo system that uses floppy disk that you connect to your TV, and that uses like 6 or 8D batteries, I believe. But I will show you some of those as well, and some of these Japanese handheld game system. Review it that they had over there in Japan. I have the also have the PS2, basically a converter combined with a DVR with a 250 gig hard drive in the inside of it. I'll do a review of it once I get out the cord, but other than that, this is going to be more towards the games we played last year and this year and what we have so far. First, we'll do the opening that just came out, the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. You can see that. You can see reflection with the TV, the monitor as well. I'm excited there's a keychain in the back. I've been reading the back from it. Looks like it's Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distant HD and Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep. So I believe it's just a add-on for the one from the 2.5 version of it, and there's like to be a cinematic for the Kingdom Hearts X back cover. I really don't like to watch the cinematic back cover, so I'd rather play it and watch it. So I might get the original game that already came out with it. Um, I have a lot of handheld gaming system due to me waiting for my wife, basically, um, and I need something to entertain myself with. So this is a limited edition. It's very thick. I have the 2.5 limited edition with the Heartless, but I don't like opening things out of plastic because I want to see if it's worth any value later on. My wife tried to steal the Kingdom Hearts 2.8. I thought it was a keychain, but it's a pin. So nice if the camera can focus. Oh yeah, I may have to fix it. This is an expensive camera that I just bought too. So yeah, I don't think you can see it that well. But you can see me really well. But I think it's the lighting or the focus of it. Oh well. You don't have to see me play with that. That will be in the plastic forever. Unless my wife once steals it and opens it, and that's nothing I can do about it. If you're married, your wife is always right. What's hers is hers. What's mine is always going to be hers. So I don't have much of a stance. So my wife across the bedroom just screamed, "That's right." So looks like inside, looks like just a. I really enjoy having manuals. Now they just have advertisements on these things. Artwork, just advertisements. But we're thinking about doing It's a disc. It's a regular case. I like the one with the art book on it, but I don't think they made it. So yeah, so it's basic. I'll probably get around replaying it all with all the add-ons later on. The real thing about Kingdom Hearts is that I think it came out when I was a freshman year in high school. My friend owned the PS2. I did. I had a PS1. I always watch him play it, and my other friend, I always watch him play it. Since I got out of high school, still having a job, going to school, the military, never really owned it. I owned a PS3 really late. I was just mostly on the computer because computer I can buy easily. Back then you don't need a high end computer to play a lot of the games. Now you do. You're going more efficient. But I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, StarCraft 2. I'm addicted to Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm, Dota, League of Legends. So I really don't own much console except for a handheld like 3DS and stuff like that. But hopefully I'll get to it. If you guys want, I'll try to buy a video. I think it's called a video capture card, and try and loading this up. Well, most likely my wife plays it because she's addicted to it. And this is the Rise of Tomb Raider. I just opened it, but it just finally came out for PS4 not too long ago. It was on really cheap on Amazon too. I had to buy a whole bunch of games for my wife's Valentine's Day, and my wife likes chocolate and flowers, but more than that is just she likes video games a lot more because she can replay and everything else. It comes pretty much the old artwork and the new artwork with it, but she's pretty damn hot. But my wife will kill me if she hears it. Why don't you come over here and say that? Even though she stole my, I don't know if you can see it, but probably can just twist it. See that? My poster and all the way in the back and all the Supersonical? She stole that from me and put it in her stuff. And here comes the monster. So yeah. So wanna join me?
What are you reviewing?
I already opened Kingdom Hearts and
Tomb Raider. Time?
It's not a keychain, it's a pen.
Pen?
Yeah. Let's take a seat, honey. Let's just do this together. Some of this game you played. Oh, come on. What's the point of this doing a duo? It's just me. That's my wife. Hello. Yeah. I still don't have the video edit yet, but we'll get to it. Just stare at the camera. We just got this Sword Art Online Hollow Realization.
You haven't even played it yet.
No,
How's it a review if you haven't even played it?
No, I told him it was a review and also things I haven't played yet. I got the other one for the Vita, but I also got the same thing for PS2, but I don't know if we have it here. But we just got this. It was really cheap too. I like the anime, the Sword Art Online. The season 2 and 3 is very weird. If you guys want, we could do an anime a commentary and stuff like that. A lot of the games anime I have are very perverted. All the anime
ecchi.
She has.
You mean ecchi?
Ecchi. She's more anime freak than I am. Oh, this is the one my wife played. I watched her play. The disc is Digimon Cyber Sith. If I'm pronouncing it wrong.
50 plus hours in the game.
Yes, 50 plus hours, and now you have the new one. I think it's in the pile.
The new one is not as good as this one. This one has better battle mechanics.
Well, 1 out of 10, what do you think this game is?
This is definitely a 10 in my book, but it's not for everybody. You have to really love Digimon.
I never got Digimon, more to Pokemon. I saw her play this, the new one. I think the downside of it was the game mechanics of it. And you basically have to feed the darn thing and
it's
sickness.
acting like more of a pet than your partner.
Yeah, but she unlocked the hard mode on this, so if you want, she can play the Twitch and she can do the commentary as well. This is something my wife bought, but we have a lot of the Tales series. This is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came out. And, basically, the Tales series, this is a new one that just came Um, I'm going to play it once I get around to it. A lot of games I have not a lot of time to play with anymore because of schooling, and I got to take care of her, the apartment, everything else. But I heard a really good review of it too. I want the actual statue of her. Actually, I have the other Tails for the PS3, but I have the statue of the girl.
We don't have all the tails. We gotta get the other parts.
I think we have all of it in Japanese, don't we? The
Yeah.
base. This is the most. I had high hopes for this Mighty Nine.
Not good.
I played all the original Mega Man from the NES to Super Nintendo and the PlayStation, the Mega Man X on the Nintendo, Super Nintendo to the PlayStation One and the GameCube. This just made me cry in tears. The mechanic is kind of there. It's just the feel of it. It's not. I don't know how to explain it, but I will say it's just you gotta play it. If you're into Mega Man, you might want to rent this from probably have a red tube or something, or wait till it's like really cheap on GameStop or other place. I got this when it first came out because of my childhood. It's not that great. Um, this is all these yeah high hopes, but it died young. Well, this is from games that I got. This was expensive too. God Eater 2, Rage Bust. I'm still playing number one still. I did not know that once I buy number one, I thought it was English, but it's actually Japanese. The English one you have to buy it on the digital store on PlayStation. But I enjoyed it a lot, especially the anime as well. If you like really good RPG games, and yeah, try it. The first one, it's in the digital. You just click on it, you'll find out. I'll give that like 8 out of 10, but mostly it's repetitive. If you ever played Final Fantasy 1 through 9, you have to really grind to level up and stuff. I really enjoyed it.
That's the Tales of games too.
Yeah, I never played it. You the one that played it, but oh well. This game I have mixed feeling. Just came out too. Final Fantasy 15.
What you talking about? The guys in it are hot.
Yes, they're hot, but there's a girl named Cindy that's hot, granddaughter of Sid. But she's gonna kill me. But like the mechanics, like the storyline a lot. It's just
Haven't played it yet.
well,
I haven't.
you can Twitch it. I don't know if you can Twitch it or stuff. I gotta get the video capture card for this. Basically, it's just
Short.
it's short if you play a story along the side, but you have the side quest. Basically, is monster hunting, and this monster hunt, and after a while, it gets repetitive. It's like Final Fantasy X when you have to capture all the monsters, and you fight these other combination of it. I haven't done all the side quests yet. I just got sick of it until I got level 40, and I just beat the game. Uh, it took me what 20 hours with half. Then probably got through half the side quests, but I might play it again. Ashley might just do the whole thing for me. I do not know. I give this about a 7 out of 10. Not the best Final Fantasy game I ever played. I still pick number 7 and 10 over this. My wife will pick 8 or 9. The Last Guardian. Very good visual graphic game that I enjoy the most. It's the best thing I ever played for a while if you love puzzles. Problem is, though, a lot of the puzzle games, they pretty much give you the explanation how everything looks and goes. You have to literally explore intensely, and you have to think pretty much out of the box. I had to look through a couple walkthroughs to figure out what to do. I'm not even halfway through the game yet, because I get really frustrated parts because I have I might do a video and show you why I get really frustrated with this game. But other than that, this is a very good visual game. I love the dog griff. I forgot that's what it's called. But yeah, it's a very good game. I have the statue, so that's why it's still case, and it's in the box, and I don't have any space to put a lot of stuff anymore. Let's see, King of Fighter 15. If you ever played the original King of Fighter on the Game Boy, Well, this was also part of my childhood. Number 15 came out. It's a very good game. When it first came out, the visual wasn't that great until they brought out the patch for it. Uh, but I don't really play the fighting games. I like to play it for the story or play with other people, but not never online. Because I always get my ass handed to it, and I just pretty much throw the controller at the wall and break it and buy another $50 controller. So I only play story mode or I go against my wife. A lot of time my wife kicks my ass in fighting. Unless it's Super Smash Brother, then I'll kick her ass in Super Smash Brother. But other than that, it's pretty good. In fact, I give this about 8 out of 10. And then fighting wise, Overwatch. Got this last year when it first came out. I love Tracer and May, Widowmaker, and Diva. I'm getting the post statue of Tracer. I never could try to find one with Diva custom made, but I'm not paying over $1,000 for it. Um, I have the PC version of it. I had a hard time getting used to the PS4 controller at that time, so I got the PC one. Hopefully, my wife will wants to play it, and so that she can collect skins for me. But other than that, I play on the online because I have all my account there, and I also links all the pets and everything, and a portrait to all my other accounts. So it's bonus. I got this in for the PS3 form in Japan, but we got it in the PS4 because we can read it in English. The J Star versus. This is a pretty fun game storyline, interdimensional. All your favorite manga characters pretty much go out and you gather them up and you fight. I never we beat like in 2 chapters, and other than that, I never got around to it again. I don't know why. It was fun watching my wife and her friend playing it. Wife and my friend playing it while they're drunk. So it's a fun game. I feel like anime characters and the storyline of it as well. Um, Other than that, I can't really even play it as much. I would still give this about 8 out of 10. I would say for RPG fighting kind of sense. But the control is also weird and difficult how they do it. So you really have to like pay attention and probably go to the tutorial. They have the tutorial setting for it. And you unlock a lot of characters like Vegeta and all the Dragon Ball Z characters, and you get their skin for it. This is one of the games that my wife got me into the music I'm into. It's Miku Hatsune Project Diva X. We have all of it, even on the one you buy at the store, the brand new one that just came out. This basically you pay the Vocaloid music and you have to go and press. It's like DDR, but not on the pad, but on your controller. It's very. Sometimes you may have epilepsy. You may not want to play if you have epilepsy because a lot of flashing lights. I mean, ridiculous amount of flashing lights. In other words, it's fun. Good eye coordination, keep the mind at ease, and figure out what to press. Certain speed as well. But it's really good. I think my favorite Vocaloid is Mako and Luca, but other than that, it's pretty good, interesting. I'll say this pretty much music DDR category. There's not much out there. I can't really use my feet to play actual DDR because my left hard leg and lower back is all messed up. So, um, so I'll say I'll give this about 8 out of 10. I really enjoy it. My wife had to play this whole thing first before I can play it. She plays on easy. I can play it through normal, through hard. Some of the hard, some of the ultra hard. But we'll love to do a Twitch video on this. But you won't probably see me commenting on it because I have to literally look at the screen and can not really multitask with this game. I might have to film it then talk about it. Another of my favorite childhood, Street Fighter V. I played the original Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo, and I got the original. I think it came out on Super Famicom first because I have some Super Street Fighter from Japan from Famicom and Super Famicom. But this is when I got this, it's like $40 used. Yeah, I don't buy a lot of brand new games. I buy a lot of used ones. We don't make much, so basically we wait till prices drops a lot lower. But sometime when I really want it, if it goes against with my childhood, then I'll buy it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Graphic is good. I don't know why they have big freakishly hands nowadays and big feet on all the characters, like bigger than their heads, or sometimes their torso. Story mode was good. It's very short, I would say. I tried playing multiplayer, got my ass handed to it multiple times. I have a problem doing all the combos on it for some reason. Um, Back then, when it was a lot easier on the probably the PS2, the PS3 version of it. But other than that, it's a good game, good fighting game. Go against play with other people. If you're really good at fighting, do multiplayer, get some rewards. The storyline is really short. I will not say it's worth the money until it's like $5. I'll say. But with fighting, I rather prefer King of Fighter 15 than over this because the storyline is a lot longer and a lot more enjoyable. And they didn't have much of a selection of characters on this one until like more DLC came out later on. I'll give this about a 6 out of 10. I can't really give you a score on this. Mortal Kombat 10. I finally got it like towards November of last year. I got all the character from the DLCs, but never really had a chance to play around with it. My wife likes Alien a lot, and I love Predator, so I want to do a two-way battle with that. But we'll see how this goes. I played the original ones on the PS3. I think PS3's. I think it came out Sega Genesis, Nintendo N64. It's been a while. There's a lot of Mortal Kombat. I remember playing it with my friend a lot and on the arcade. I wish arcade was still here so that I can put quarters and play with it, but they're too damn expensive now. The other one is Destiny. I got the original Destiny. This is the one with the collection of all the DLC expansion. It was just cheaper for me to buy this than buy out DLC one by one. I beat the first one. Never played the Taken Kings or the Rise of Iron. I heard a lot of ups and downs about these things. If you ever watch the YouTuber Stone Fox Media, he's also a vet. He tells you why. I don't know why people still play it. Like no one really plays anymore. Like you can tell the reason why it's still in plastic. I haven't even opened it yet. Not gonna really open it. I'll probably play with it until I'm probably finish all the games here. I'm not really a big first shooter fan. Usually I just like to I like RPG more than first shooter, but I played the new Doom. I don't know where my steel case went for that. I played a new Doom game. It was good. I can review that one. I give that for shooter is about 8 to 8.5 out of 10. It goes from the original 1 and 2 characteristic of the shooter style, and yeah, but other than I like the shooting style, but storyline did not really fulfill it like they did on Doom 3. I have the original one for the PC and the BFG edition. I prefer that one for the story, but the new one it was mostly like just kill and decapitate. It's fun and it's refreshing. But other than that, this is just a regular shooter. This is pretty much the slash RPG fighting I love the most. I want to get the whole series. My wife loves it too. I just got the one for the PC for the cooking version of it. It's Senran Kagura. If you watch the anime, watch. If you haven't watched anime, you should watch anime as well. It's ecchi. It's mature. Don't let your kids. If you trust your kids, they can. It's basically you fight a lot and a lot of sword fighting, magic, seal, ninja. They transform and you fight with the other female and you do enough damage. You rip out their clothes. You do really good. You can rip all their undergarments, but you won't see anything because stars and fog stripes, so you won't see anything. But it's a fun game to laugh at. But other than that, it's basically I basically like RPG comedy, funny things, stuff like that. And I haven't really played much serious game. We got Bioshock 7 coming in the mail. So not Bioshock 7, no. Biohazard. Biohazard 7 or Resident Evil 7 coming in the mail. I will try to play that. Problem is, those a lot of scary games do not scare me. I want to get the VR set, but they're too damn expensive. Ridiculously expensive. They want you to charge. Now the PSVR is like $400, and the Oculus is $600, and I can't afford it. I had to wait a year for the PS4 to get, so it'd be like lower than 300. I had to literally have to go through eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, try to get one. We got the Xbox One for free from family. Um, the Wii U we had it for a long time, but we got that from eBay for like $150 and works fine. Yeah, we don't really buy a brand new console. I saw this Nintendo Switch that I really want. I'm a sucker for Nintendo, but the problem is that if only two games come out in the beginning, I'll probably just wait. I really want to play the new Zelda game and the new Mario and the Mario Kart. I don't really care much about the Splatoon. I have the amiibos for it, but I got to play the first one pretty much. But if it's basically multiplayer or more people I need to in, because I don't have much friend that comes over by the house because we live like 2 hours apart to share the experience in playing it. So I know it'd be a good time to buy it or just have it and just leave it there until more people comes in. But a lot of time when people comes in, they want to play with the new games than the older console models and everything else. Yeah, those are the PS4. We have a lot more. Those are the one I could find. My wife tried to alphabetize a lot of things. We have very few Xbox One games. The problem is I only buy Xbox One games as exclusive. But when I found out that Tomb Raider is coming to the PS4, I just waited because I have Tomb Raider 1 from the PS1 through PS4, so I only keep in the PlayStation category. A lot of times on the Xbox games, I'm not dissing any other console. I'll buy it, but I have a lot more library on the PS4 than the Xbox. My wife has more Xbox library than I do. Only thing I play on the Xbox is Gears of War and Halo. That's pretty much the best games. But a lot of our JRPG games and RPG games that I really enjoy is on the PlayStation 4. If Xbox gets some exclusive, one of the Tales games was exclusive in 360. We got that. But if Xbox make a lot more JRPG games, the problem is that they didn't sell well in Japan, so they're not really going to make JRPG games for the Xbox because not a lot of them, because they'll buy it for the PlayStation 4. If they make it exclusive, they probably make more money in Japan for selling consoles. I saw a lot of these places called Hard Off and Hard On. It sounds wrong, but that's what's basically what it's called. It's basically a thrift store. You go in, you can sell your stuff, you can buy their stuff. The whole top floor full of games, animes, bottom floor with figurines, clothes, antiques, and stuff. It's one of our best places to go to. We go there every twice a week and buy a shitload of figurines, and I might use that for a giveaway. Probably starting one for 100 subscribers, and probably more than that top portion as well. We have a lot of duplicates, so we have to look through a lot. Some of them I think believe is Sword Art Online, Dragon Ball Z, Evangelion. Some of the old ones they were selling for 100 yen, basically 80 cents in American. It evaluates. But other than that, next section probably going to be Xbox One and Wii U all together. And I don't think I'm going to do the computer one because it's so damn long. A lot of the games I have on my computer are strategic, so like Civilization, SimCity. I just got the new Roller Coaster Tycoon game. I just got Guild Wars 1 and 2. I might do a gameplay of that. I might go back to WoW Legion. It just gets boring after a while. I've been playing World of Warcraft for so long. It's just I stop when I beat the game in game. I stop. Then after 6 months, I go back in again. Then I'll probably stop again until a new expansion comes in. beat all the patches, everything else, then I just come back and forth to it. I don't really want to level up the next character for another level 1 to 110 or pay $60 to boost my character all the way up there. So I'd rather just grind it myself. But a lot of times I just play Heroes of Storm or Hearthstone. I try getting back to Dota 2, League of Legends, but a lot of my friends are actually in different time zones because I play with them because I don't want to got me into it, and they're in different parts of the world right now. So other than that, that's a very long video. I hope you enjoy. Please put a thumbs like, leave a comment, please share, and join us on our Facebook page. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.